Have you ever noticed that between every breath you take, there is a tiny gap? A silent pause so small that we never pay attention to it. But what if, inside that invisible gap, lies a secret powerful enough to cheat death itself? This is not a myth from the internet. This story goes back to the year 1930, the time of British India, when the British were excavating Indian land. A discovery linked directly to Lord Shiva, Mahakal, the master of time. December 12, 1930. Deep in a remote Himalayan region, British archaeologists were searching for traces of ancient civilizations. They expected treasure, gold, silver, or perhaps an old temples. Instead, they found something far more dangerous. A sealed chest. Inside, it were old leather-bound pages containing a manuscript. The language was Sanskrit, but the writing style was unusual. When the text was decoded, it became clear that this was not an ordinary religious or ritual book. The file was named the Breath Code. The very first line of the manuscript said, "Every human is born with a fixed number of breaths, but the one who understands this code can stop that count and defeat death itself." Shiva is Mahakal, beyond time. But the manuscript raised a shocking question. Did Shiva hide the key to immortality inside the human body itself? According to records, the excavation team included an Indian scholar named Pandit Ramsharan. The moment he read the text, he realized the truth. This manuscript was a lost fragment of the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. It described a breathing science so powerful that even an ordinary human could transform their body into a living powerhouse of energy. A body untouched by disease, and even aging would lose its grip. The science of breath. According to the text, the human body has 72,000 nadis, energy channels carrying prana, life force. Modern humans breathe incorrectly. We only use the upper part of our lungs, but the manuscript described a rhythm, not just breathing, but synchronizing breath with Shiva's cosmic rhythm, symbolized by the Damru. When Pandit Ramsharan tested the code on himself, strange things began to happen. His hunger and thirst disappeared. A powerful radiance appeared on his face. People could not look at him directly. The British officers panicked. They thought it was black magic. But this wasn't magic. This was bioenergy science, something modern quantum physics is only beginning to understand. Shiva, the greatest energy in the universe, created the human body from the same energy. The password to that energy is our breath. The night everything changed. December 14th, 1930. At night, the camp fell silent. Major Stevens, the British commander, noticed Ramsharan was missing. He found him sitting on a mountain peak. The temperature was below zero, snow around him, yet sweat covered Ramsharan's body. When Stevens touched his shoulder, a massive electric shock threw the major several feet back. This was not 220 volts. It was bioelectric energy generated through the breath code. Ramsharan opened his eyes, not calm, but blazing with Rudra fire. He said only one line. "You can steal paper, Major, but how will you steal the breath that exists not in air, but in the void inside you?" The file disappears. The next morning, the manuscript vanished. British records claimed it was destroyed in a fire, but insiders said something else. The file was seized, classified, and sent to London. Why? Because the British feared that if enslaved India learned that their ancestors possessed the science of immortality and infinite energy, they could never be ruled. An individual without hunger, fatigue, or fear, can such a person ever be enslaved? the real secret. The manuscript revealed something shocking. Death is an illusion. The body changes, but the one who learns to live in the gap between breaths steps outside time. That gap is called Kavala Kumbhaka. No inhale, no exhale, only stillness. That stillness is Shiva. That void is pure consciousness. Left nostril, Ida, moon energy. Right nostril, Pingala, sun energy. Between them lies Sushumna, the central channel along the spine. This is why Shiva's trident has 3 prongs. When prana flows through Sushumna, time stands still. The final page carried a warning written in red ink. This knowledge is not for the unprepared. Without a guru, forcing pranic energy upward can destroy the nervous system. Madness or death may follow. This energy is stronger than high-voltage electricity. The truth can't be buried. Pandit Ramsharan was never seen again. No footprints, no body, only a Sanskrit verse carved into stone. I am not the body. I am not the senses. I am Shiva. I am infinite energy. Major Stevens later quit his job and stayed in India, trying to understand yoga, because he realized the world's greatest weapon is not hidden in a chest. It is hidden inside the human breath. The breath is not just air. It is Mahakal's blessing. Control it wisely, because files can be destroyed, but the truth breathing inside you can never be destroyed. Subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.